former S. Thomas's College and CR. Therefore, the referees are also blowing in an allegedly unauthorized schools rugby tournament, and this has partly contributed to many current issues as there is no proper coordination or cooperation between these entities up to now. Jordashe told the Daily News. Also, the school's authority has stated in their tournament rules that under 14 and under 16 boys can play in the major school league rugby. I believe this is also wrong as the World Rugby Body does not allow this. It is clearly stated in the IRB regulations underage boys cannot take part in major school league tournaments, he pointed out. However, I personally see the need for children to 15 and 16 years being given special approval by their parents and schools to play 1STXV, as we find many children playing major school league at this young age in Sri Lanka. I must say that the Sri Lankan rugby fraternity needs answers for this breakdown, and strict action should be taken against troublemakers who bring shame upon their schools and cause distress to the players, officials, fans and referees. At the same time, referees who are repeatedly making mistakes should not be given any A division or even B division school games until they have reached a consistent, confident level of refereeing without being biased or ignorant on the correct rules. We have witnessed substandard refereeing causing unrest amongst fans, disgruntled old boys who continue to abuse referees, and shameful thuggery witnessed with no crowd control measures. No one has the right to make verbal threats or abuse a referee, although we witness it even in club games, where officials misbehave in an unbecoming manner and aggravate the crowd situation and do not set examples. Jordashe said that the current crisis prevailing in the school's rugby tournament is mainly due to wrong policy decisions in the management system and structure, which has to be rectified with stringent measures and procedures. The school's section has not been able to resolve issues on their own, or even with the Education Ministry, who apparently has prevented the rugby union from having any affiliation with the school's section or to be brought under their wing, although they are legally bound to do so by World Rugby regulations, said Jordashe, who was also the Sri Lankan national sevens team manager, S. Thomas's College Rugby Under-18 head coach, Sri Lanka Rugby Council member and former CR. The Referees Association, too, has become a separate entity for the past few years, although they should be affiliated to the Sri Lanka Rugby. This, I believe, was a directive given by a former sports minister to dissolve an interim SLRS committee headed by Chula Dharmadasa, who was doing a great job in building up referees on merit under Garrett Williamson in 2014-15. Jordashe further stated. Jordashe went on to say that at present we have a few good referees, but a lot more in-depth training has to be done to bring them to a higher consistent standard. The present sports minister, a lawyer by profession, will understand the legalities, challenges on the shortcomings to be faced without undue political interference from various quarters. I am confident he will do everything in his capacity to put the system right with strict disciplinary conditions applied and ensure proper protocol for the game to continue without further disruption, which has already lost its momentum. Jordashe said. Schools section, I believe, continue to run this inter-schools tournament without following the required approval and protocol from the governing body. They need to compromise on their differences and work with the Sri Lanka Rugby. In the prevailing crisis, a situation like the present one, many aspects of regulatory matters are revealed to the rugby fraternity, but it is sad that damage has already been done and we face a shameful situation in the World Rugby arena, where we boast of majority school rugby players and teams, Jordashe pointed out. Without bickering and blaming each institution, it is time that all stakeholders put their heads together and moved in the correct direction. In our school's league tournament or our national rugby could also be affected if these shortcomings cannot be rectified. Since these young players are the future of our national rugby, I hope once and for all the sports minister in Sri Lanka rugby will make the correct policy decisions on the schools section tournament for the betterment of the game and to avoid the present situation occurring again, as it sadly has become a trend, he said. Let us hope the minister, along with Sri Lanka Rugby, Schools Section and Education Ministry, Referees Society and knowledgeable legal representatives resolve this issue under the umbrella of IRB regulations where our rugby union is governed by and answerable. Let's hope the game of rugby will be the ultimate winner, he concluded.